Good morning, Kahal Kadosh. This is an on-schedule, unexpected class. But when I saw the video camera set up earlier today, I said I have a lot of customers eagerly waiting for a few words of Torah. So for our synagogue, the Edmond J. Safra in Aventura, Florida, is a very special and magnificent day. We had today the great merit of welcoming the chief Sephardic Rabbi of Israel, Hakam Yosef Shelita, that made a brief stop here in Miami for an event and soon will be traveling to Brooklyn, New York to celebrate a simcha of a dear friend of ours. So in summary, the rabbi discussed not only the importance of Torah learning, but he discussed the importance of a person learning halakha. And halakha, as we all know, refers to the topic of Jewish law. And the rabbi says and told a few stories, even from inmates in Israel, how the learning of Torah and the learning of the halakha specifically rehabilitated them to become model prisoners. Although model prisoners sounds a bit contradictory, but at the end of the day, part of the jail system is to rehabilitate the person, which is a fundamental belief in our Torah, that a person that can be rehabilitated from their sins committed. But nevertheless, he brought a couple of sources, among them some from the Talmud, some from Rabbeinu Ha'ari, and some from the Gaon of Vilna. The Pasuk writes in the book of Tehillim, the Gemara says, Ohev Hashem sha'arei Sion mikol mishkenot Yaakov. God loves the gates of Zion from all of the dwellings. And I must clarify, although it's a beautiful synagogue out of Brooklyn, New York, and in Argentina, and different places of the world, but nevertheless, the Talmud explains, Sha'arei Sion means She'arim HaMesuyanim B'Halacha, the gates of Torah learning that they pay attention and emphasis in the learning of Jewish law. What does it mean? The concept of Torah learning has many different type of topics. A person can learn Chumash, Tanakh, Mishnah, Gemara, Daf Yomi, Kabbalah, Musar, but at the end of the day, Halakha, which means Jewish law, and regretfully many times people are afraid of learning Jewish law because once they learn, they need to activate it. But the rabbi quoted an interesting pasuk. The Gemara writes, the Torah actually writes an interesting pasuk that says as follows: Torah sivalanu Moshe morasha kehilat Yaakov. The Torah that was commanded to us by Moshe Rabbeinu is the inheritance of Yaakov. Comes the Gemara and it says, Al tikre morasha. Don't say the inheritance, ela meurasa. The inheritance, to say the fiancé of a Jew is the Torah. Comes Rabbeinu Ha'ari and it says, how do you say bride? Kala. So it says, Hakala are the letters halakha. So it says, like a person treats a bride. What does it mean? How delicate and how elegant and how caring are we to a bride? In a tremendous way, in a beautiful way. The Gaon of Vilna says that a person who truly wants to develop the Yirat Shamayim, halakha must be part of their Torah learning. And the question is, why halakha? Short answer is, the word halakha, the Pasuk writes in Yov, halichot olam lo. The pathways of the world belong to the Almighty. Al tikre halichot, ela halachot. Don't call them the pathways. The word halakha, although we're translating loosely as meaning the word law, L-A-W, but the word halakha comes from the word holech. What's the meaning of the word holech? Holech means someone that walks by. So it says the halakha is like the guiding path for a Jew. If a person wants to know how to proceed in a certain situation, how do we know the answer? Short answer is the learning of halakha. Shlomo HaMelech brings a very interesting pasuk that says, Bechol derachecha da'ehu, behu yeyasher orchotecha. In English it means, in all your pathways you can get to know God, and God will straighten your walkway. This pasuk refers how a person is able to see godliness in. But how can truly a person see godliness? Only through Torah learning, but specifically through halakha learning. The rabbi mentioned that one year he was invited to be the speaker in a jail system in Israel, in a prison in Israel. And he was very impressed by the Torah knowledge of one specific inmate. And the rabbi was so impressed that he tells the warden, who is this inmate? What is he here for? So the warden started to say to the rabbi all the crimes that he committed. After 15 seconds, the rabbi says to him, don't tell me anymore. He said, but what is he talking about? He said, he's talking about different halachic matters that determine something is kasher, something not kasher. Let's say a person is stuck in a situation. Can I do this on Shabbat or I cannot do it on Shabbat? Is this permissible or this forbidden? Is this kosher and not kosher? Today, text me, you send me a WhatsApp, Rabbi, is this mutar? Is this permissible? But what happens if a person happens to be on a Shabbat? Or happens to be in an area that you have no reception? So it says a Yehudi must build themselves up with at least a basic concept of halakha knowledge in order to be able to function in life and to serve God on a regular basis. The rabbi also blessed the kahal with the great happiness of becoming aware that the kollel opened up here at the synagogue. His question is, why did it take almost 20 years for a kollel to open up? But we have the answer. Davar ve'ito matov. Things happen when they're supposed to happen. He blessed the kahal and he guarantees the kahal that the presence of a full-time Torah institution in the synagogue will only bring goodness and godliness to everyone, from the children to the adults, from the young to the old. And the rabbi finished blessing everyone to have great year, great success, and great aslaha in whatever they need to do. At this moment, we are going to be welcoming another important guest, which is not visible, but is walking in now, Eliyahu Navi. So I say to the virtual audience, Shavua Tov. I gave you a bonus round today. Yesterday I mentioned there will not be a class, but we have a Berit Milah that is about to start, and they are waiting for us to come down. So Be'ezat Hashem will resume the regular recordings tomorrow morning by Rabbi Azankot and I. Shavua Tov Mevorach to everyone.